Welcome back to Jammin' Sports, our third and final game of our triple header here for you today. The advantage of using Madden 25, you can get more games in as they go by quicker. All right, next up, it'll be the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. There is a lot at stake in this game for both teams. Let's start with Detroit. Detroit comes into this week 7-6, tied with Minnesota atop the NFC Central. Now, the Vikings won earlier today against the Texans, and the Vikings are now 8-6. Detroit has to win to keep pace. However, on the other side, Seattle comes in at 11-2. They have the best record in the NFC at the moment, and if the Seahawks win, they wrap up the NFC West division crown. The 49ers would not be able to catch them if they win. So Seattle wraps up the NFC West division title with a win. Detroit stays on pace with the Vikings in the NFC Central with a win. So there's a lot at stake here. Evil Dead is now 104-73. He's 31 games over 500. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let's head out to Lumen Field in Seattle for this one here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. It's the Lions and the Seahawks. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Evil Dead's got Seattle in this one. The 7-6 Lions, the 11-2 Seahawks. Yeah, it is crazy. This is actually our 192nd game right here. 191 was the last game. And the Lions will get the ball first. We're underway live from Seattle. From about the 5-yard line on the return is Dylan Neal. Nealon breaks the tackle, and Neal out to the 33-yard line. Not a bad return for Detroit. Starting quarterback, the interception machine. Taylor Lane Dickerson in his 7th year out of Wake Forest. But he has not thrown a pick in the last 2 games. And he went on a streak there, 10 in a row, last season without throwing a pick. First and 10 Lions from their own 33-yard line. Lions have to win to keep pace with the Vikings. Seattle wraps up the NFC West with a win. Dickerson in the shotgun, first and 10. Dickerson looking. Dickerson throws downfield. It's picked off. First play of the game. Jake Hughes. I jinxed him. Jake Hughes, the linebacker, in his 5th year out of Notre Dame, picks it off for Seattle. I called him the interception machine in the first play of the game. He throws a pick. How prophetic. Better get those shirts producing again there, Evil Dead. And on the first play of the game, Dickerson throws a pick. Devin Wade, the 8th-year quarterback out of Texas, leads the Seattle offense. Came out of retirement, and he's led the Seahawks to an 11-2 record. He took last season off. He was available in the pool of players, but nobody took him. And he just sat for a year. First and 10 from the 37-yard line, 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade hands off to Terry Gilbert down to the 32-yard line, a gain of 5. Gilbert in his 8th year out of Texas. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Seahawks. So Detroit throws a pick on the first play. And now this is Seattle's opening possession. Wade in the shotgun with a back on either side. 2nd and 5. Wade throws a swing pass to the fullback, Chris McKenzie, out to the 26-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 6 and a first down. He's not really the fullback. He's just another running back. McKenzie, the third-year back out of Miami. First down, Seattle. Yeah, he's in form early. He's in mid-season form. 5 wide. Gilbert in motion. Wade looking. Throws outside. Caught by Gilbert. Only picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Cody Neal, the linebacker on the tackle in his 11th year out of Oklahoma State. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 25-yard line. I'm glad we got a third game in today. 3 wide to the far side. Wade in the shotgun. 2nd and 9. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert picks up only a yard to the 24. Cody Neal again on the tackle. Terry Gilbert, the 8th-year back out of Texas. Gilbert and Wade graduated together at Texas. We're teammates at Texas. But this is the first time they've been on the same team this season. Wade previously played with the Broncos and the Panthers. 5 wide, empty backfield. Wade in the shotgun. 3rd down. Wade back. Wade looking. Throws. And he overthrows his receiver. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. And Seattle will have to settle for 3. He was looking for Marcus Clay. He overthrew him. And now Tom Davison will come on, the 12th-year kicker out of UCLA. This will be a 41-yard attempt to get the Seahawks on the board first. Snap, kick is up. And the kick is good. And the Seahawks take a 3-0 lead. They convert the interception into points. 5:51 left in the first quarter. Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington, Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Dakota Cochran does the kickoff duties, not Davison. Davison will tee it up. It'll be number 6 here. Cochran, the punter, that kicks off. From the 7-yard line, on the return, Dylan Neal again, and Neal makes his way out to the 35-yard line. That was actually Avery Grayson on the return. First and 10, Detroit at their own 35. Not a bad return. Down 3-0. So Dickerson threw a pick on his first play. Let's see what happens this time. Detroit has to win to keep pace with the Vikings. 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Throws underneath. And that's caught. And making the catch, number 86. That's Kevin Aarons, the tight end, and his 2nd year out of UCLA. Out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 11. First down, Detroit. 5:25 and counting. Lions come out in the eye. Dickerson under center. Dickerson fakes the handoff. Dickerson looking. Throws deep downfield. He's got a man. He overthrows him. Incomplete. Isaac Peak was wide open. He got behind the secondary, and Dickerson missed him. Incomplete. Well, that would have been an easy 6. It'll be 2nd and 10. I mean, he was wide open like nobody's business. In the offset eye, Dickerson under center. Aaron's in motion. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws outside to Aarons. Actually, that's not Aarons. He throws outside to Carter Jamison, the running back. 2 yards out to the 48-yard line. Jamison in his 3rd year out of Oregon State. And that'll bring up 3rd down for the Lions. 3rd and 8 at their own 48. 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws deep again. Wide open. Caught. Touchdown. Philip White. 52 yards. He caught that over a Seahawk defender. The second-year receiver out of Florida. Watch this one again. He caught that in front of Gary Morgan. Somehow caught it. Morgan got all turned around. Touchdown Lions. And Detroit takes a 6-3 lead. And now Scott Taylor will come on for the extra point. The last time these two teams played, it was last season in Seattle. It was a wild game, if you remember. Kick is up, and it's good. Lions lead it 7-3. The final score was like 42-39. If you remember, it was a wild game the last time these two teams played. CGM in the house. Yeah, my 19 won't work anymore. I can't get it to work. Luckily, I have this as a backup. CGM in the house. How you doing, CGM? I don't know. I can't get it to work. There's the kick. It won't read. From the 5-yard line on the return. This will be number 85 for the Seahawks. And that's Alton Bruce, the rookie out of Auburn, on the return. Yeah, it won't read the disc. So Seattle gets a field goal. Detroit gets a touchdown. And now it's 1st and 10 Seahawks at their own 28. Yeah, 37,000 plays was his limit. This is a digital copy of 25. I won't have that problem with this one. 4 wide, 1st and 10. Wade looking, throws underneath. Caught by Colby Walker, but only a 3-yard gain out to the 31-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7. How you doing there, CGM? How are things in the nation's capital today? Crazy, I bet. The big talk today was tariffs. It always is. On 2nd and 7, Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert makes his way out to the 38-yard line. And that'll be a Seahawk first down. They hate him because he's trying to improve our country. They hate him because they can't control him. That's the problem. 4 wide, 1st and 10. Wade under center. Wade fakes the handoff, rolls out, throws back the other way. Caught by Gilbert, and he's out of bounds at the 39, just a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. This is our 3rd game today. The Vikings beat the Texans earlier. And then the Raiders beat the Broncos. The Raiders are now AFC West champions. Congrats to them. 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Wade in the shotgun, 4 wide. Wade back. Wade looking. Throws outside to Gilbert. And Gilbert out to the 42-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4, be 3rd and 6. Yeah, I bought my last copy from GameStop. I had it for like 4 months and it won't work no more. 3rd and 6. Wade looking. Wade rolls out, throws back the other way, incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Detroit defense gets a stop. It'll bring up 4th and 6. Back to punt, Dakota Cochran in his 6th year out of Illinois. Cochran gets the punt away. And that'll be fielded at about the 13-yard line and brought back by Dylan Neal out to the 20-yard line. 2:46 left here in the first quarter. Lions up 7-3. Gracie's here. Say hi, Gracie.
Hi. People that it's a bomb.
She knows. Got to say hi to CGM too. Say hi, CGM.
Hi, CGM.
There you go. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Dickerson back. Throws. Incomplete. And that'll stop the clock. CGM says hi. She's already left. Be 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. 2:44 left to play here in the first quarter. Misty says hi. 4 wide. 2nd and 10. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Throws. Coming across. Making the catch. Phillip White out to the 33-yard line. A gain of 13 for the Lions and a first down. Seattle can wrap up the NFC West Championship with a win today. If not, the 49ers can still catch them. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Dickerson under center. Dickerson hands off to Jamison. And Carter Jamison, no gain. Jacob Green on the tackle, number 79, in his 11th year out of Cal. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 33. What happened to yours? Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. In the offset eye. Dickerson play action. Looking. Rolls out, throws, and throws it away. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. I do like the fact that we can get in more games each night with 25. The pace is faster. We've had some good games tonight, kind of, sort of. 4 wide, Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. 3rd and 10, Dickerson looking. Rolls out, in trouble. Got hit as he threw, incomplete. The pressure was applied by Randall McKenzie, the 7th-year linebacker out of Florida. It'll be 4th down, and the Lions will have to punt. Dave Justice back to punt, the 9th-year punter out of Air Force. Justice gets the punt away. And that's going to be fielded and fair caught at the 20-yard line by Lawrence Elliott, the rookie out of Georgia. Actually, it was... Yeah, I had it right. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Seattle. Lions up 7-3, 1:30 left to play here in the first quarter. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and CGM from DC. There's a lot of letters in that name. Misty's here. It's past your bedtime by 46 minutes. What's up with that? 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. And Cody Neal got shaken up, the linebacker. He'll go to the sideline. Usually Misty's zonked out by now. Misty says she's going to stay up till 12. Yeah, we'll see. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. .126 left in the first quarter. On 2nd and 10, 4 wide for Seattle. Awesome. They hand off to Gilbert. And Gilbert out to the 21-yard line, only a gain of a yard. Farrell on the tackle. That's Caden Farrell, the 4th-year linebacker out of Nevada. 3rd and 9 for Seattle at their own 21. Seattle having a bit of a hard time against the Lions here. 4 wide. Wade to the shotgun. Me too. Wade looking. Wade is going to be taken down at the 14-yard line. A loss of 7. On the tackle, James Boswell, the 2nd-year linebacker out of Citadel. The Seahawks go 3 and out. It'll be 4th and 16. Also, if the Seahawks win, they'd be 2 games up on the Giants for best record in the NFC. Dakota Cochran will be punting from his goal line on 4th and 16. Gets the punt away. From the 42-yard line on the return is Dylan Neal out to the 47-yard line. Lions with good field position. 1st and 10 at their own 47 as Dickerson comes back out. .27 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Lions up Lions with great field position at their own 40 or at the Seattle 47-yard line. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson draws back, throws quickly, and it's knocked down at the line. Knocking it down. Number 99 for the Seahawks. That's Caleb Hamilton, the 7th-year defensive tackle out of Miami. 25 seconds left in the quarter. It'll be 2nd and 10. 5 wide for the Lions now. Dickerson in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Dickerson throws quickly outside to Phillip White. And White down the sideline to the 34-yard line. A gain of 13. First down, Detroit. And that might do it for the first quarter. Let's see if they get the playoff in time. I don't think they will. And they don't. At the end of one, Lions up 7-3 here at Javin Sports. Welcome back to Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. We go to the second quarter. Lions up 7-3. And the Lions have it 1st and 10 from the Seahawk 34-yard line. Dickerson under center. Dickerson draws back. Throws, dumps it off inside to Kevin Aarons, the tight end, out to the 28-yard line. 28-yard line. Easy for me to say. A gain of 6 will be 2nd and 4. Got tongue-tied. Yeah, I'm drunk. Misty goes, are you drunk? I'm drinking Orange Crush. You tell me. 2nd and 4 from the 28-yard line. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson hands off to Jamison up the middle. And Carter Jamison to the 21. A gain of 7. First down, Detroit. Lions looking to make it a 2-possession game. This would be a bit of an upset. First and 10 from the 21 in the I formation. Aaron's in motion. Dickerson fakes the handoff. Dickerson looking. Dickerson gets sacked back at the 34-yard line. That's a loss of 13. Caleb Hamilton on the sack. Let's watch this one again. He got nailed. Jake Hughes was in there as well, number 50, the linebacker. A loss of 13. It'll be 2nd and 23 back at the 34-yard line. 6:51 and counting here in the first half. Lions up 7-3. On 2nd and 23 in the offset I, Dickerson under center. Dickerson fakes the handoff. Dickerson looking. Dickerson, he's got all sorts of time. He throws. It is picked off again. The pickoff machine on the return. Aaron Harper down the sideline, down to the 36-yard line. Aaron Harper, the 5th-year linebacker out of Princeton. That is the second pick on Dickerson here in the first half. Better start printing those T-shirts, Evil Dan. He just jumped the route on Aaron's. You got to get the ball in there quicker. 1st and 10, Seattle. A chance for the Seahawks to take the lead now. 6:21 left in the half. And Seattle will have it at the Detroit 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Our third game this evening. We'll go over tomorrow's schedule here in a second. In the I formation, Wade under center. Devin Wade. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert picks up 2 down to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. Coming up on 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. I already know tomorrow's schedule. Wade looking, throws, caught down the middle. Marcus Clay down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 18 yards and a Seahawk first down. We'll have a doubleheader for you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. It'll be Arizona at San Francisco, and then New Orleans at the Rams. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Wade drops back. And Wade got hit as he threw. Incomplete. On the pressure there, number 94, that's Marsh. Deshaun Marsh, the 4th-year defensive end out of LSU. It'll be 2nd and 10 back at the 17-yard line. 3 wide to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert makes his way down to the 13. A gain of 4 yards. Make it 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. On the tackle, number 25. That's Bryce Anderson in his 7th year out of Georgia. Big 3rd down for the Seahawks here. 3rd and 5 from the Detroit 13-yard line. 4 wide. Wade under center. Wade fakes, rolls out, and he's going to get taken down at the 19-yard line. Russell on the tackle. David Russell in his 7th year out of Michigan. And that's going to bring up 4th and 12. A loss of 7 yards back to the 19-yard line. Seattle will have to settle for a field goal. Tom Davidson will come out, the 12th-year kicker out of UCLA. He can make this a 1-point game. Kick is up. 36-yard attempt is good. It's Detroit 7, Seattle 6. 4.5 minutes left here in the first half. Here at Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Who do they play next week? Detroit plays at Washington next week. And Seattle plays at Arizona. And now Dakota Cochran will kick off for Seattle. From the 3-yard line, on the return, Dylan Neal over the 20. And Neal brings it out to the 24-yard line. The 6th-year receiver out of VMI. Lions still lead it 7-6. They'll start from their own 24-yard line. 4:26 left in the half. Detroit at 7-6, trying to keep pace with the Vikings, who are 8-6. Seattle at 11-2. 4 wide for Detroit. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson hands off to Jamison around the outside. And Carter Jamison out to the 26-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and CGM in the house. On 2nd down. 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. Neal in motion. Dickerson back. In trouble. And Jacob Green on the sack. A loss of 7. It'll be 3rd and 15. We've had a lot of sacks in this game. I think we've had more sacks so far than the last 2 games combined. 3rd and 15 for the Lions back at the 19-yard line. Lions come out 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson draws back, looking, steps up, throws, and it's caught on the sideline by Philip White. Bails him out again. A gain of 19. Out to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Detroit. 3:15 and counting here in the first half. Making the tackle on the sideline there, Darnell Hubert, the rookie defensive back out of Hawaii. 1st and 10 Lions, 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson draws back. Dickerson Throws underneath. Caught this time by Isaac Peak. He fumbles, and a lineman is right there to pick it up. And they have it at the Seattle 46-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Lions in Seahawk territory. 2:36 and counting. Coming up on the 2-minute warning here in the first half. 5 wide, empty backfield for Dickerson, and now they shift. Dickerson draws back, throws, dumps it off to Neal, coming across. A gain of 7 down to the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Detroit. 2:14 and counting. Will they get the playoff in time before the 2-minute warning? 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. And they do not. 2-minute warning here at Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Lions come out 5 wide. Empty backfield on 2nd and 3. Dickerson back. Throws. Coming across. Making the catch. Isaac Peak down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 11. First down, Lions. 1:45 and counting. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Detroit now in field goal range. 5 wide again. Empty backfield for Dickerson. Dickerson draws back. Dickerson rolls out. Throws deep downfield. Incomplete. Just threw it away. And that'll stop the clock with 1:24 left in the half. 2nd and 10 from the 28. Five wide again, empty backfield. Dickerson in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Dickerson draws back. And he's going to get sacked back at the 40-yard line. A loss of 11. Aaron Harper, the linebacker in his 5th year out of Princeton, on the sack. An Ivy Leaguer. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 21 for Detroit. Back at the 40-yard line. Puts them out of field goal range for the moment. 1:10 and counting. Boy, there's been a lot of sacks. 5 wide. Dickerson back. Throws incomplete. Tried to get it to Neal. It was knocked away. Incomplete. I agree completely, CGM. I don't understand how you justify that. I just don't. The left is just pure evil these days. Back to punt. Dave Justice gets the punt away. And he kind of shanked it. It's a 21-yard punt at the 19-yard line. And now Seattle will come out. They have 3 timeouts, 44 seconds to work with. Let's see what Seattle can do. Maybe the Seahawks can get in field goal range before halftime. Seattle comes out. They get the second half kickoff, by the way. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking. Throws. Incomplete. They make absolutely no sense. And they can't justify. Every time you try to argue them, their arguments fall apart and they resort to name calling. It's very juvenile. 2nd and 10 for the 19. Wade throws outside to Gilbert. Gilbert gets hit immediately. That's going to be a loss of 4 yards. Coming up to make the tackle, Kerry Starnes, the 10th year safety out of LSU. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Detroit takes a timeout. They want to get the ball back before halftime. You're right. 3rd and 13. A draw play to Gilbert. Try to cross up the Lions. He gets out to the 23-yard line. A gain of 7 be 4th and 6. Lions take another timeout. Seattle will punt with 34 seconds left in the half. Dakota Cochran will come up in his 6th year out of Illinois. Cochran gets the punt away from about the 24-yard line. Bringing it back is Dylan Neal out to the 32-yard line. 26 seconds left in the half. Lions have 1 timeout. Yeah, and then they defend people that are even worse than Hitler. I don't know if anybody's worse than Hitler. But you know what I'm saying. These MS-13 guys. And they totally missed the mark on the deportation. He's not a citizen. He doesn't get due process. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws near side. Caught by Aarons, out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. He's here illegally. He's not a citizen. He does not get due process. That's just the way it is. 2nd and 1 from the 41-yard line. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws outside. Caught by Jamison. He steps out of bounds, trying to make his cut at the 44-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be a 1st down. There you go, CGM. Evil Dead and I will be your weekly guests. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back, looking, throws deep. He's got a man. Jump ball incomplete. He was looking for Isaac Peak. It was knocked away by Herbert or Hubert. 9 seconds left. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. I'm all for it, CGM. 5 wide, empty backfield. Dickerson on 2nd and 10. Dumps it off to Peak across midfield, and Isaac Peak to the 41-yard line. And that'll be a gain of, let's do the math, 15 yards to the Seahawk 41-yard line. 3 seconds left. Lions take a timeout. This would be an awfully long field goal. This would be a 58-yard field goal if they want to try it. They're going to try it. Scott Taylor from 58 yards right before halftime. Kick is up. And the kick is no good. We go to halftime. Halftime score, Detroit 7, Seattle 6. Here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Lumen Field, everybody. Detroit leads Seattle 7-6. The Lions at 7-6. The Seahawks at 11-2. Detroit trying to keep pace with the Vikings. Seattle trying to wrap up the NFC West. The Seahawks will get the ball first here in the second half. From the 5-yard line on the return, number 83. That's Blake Gibson out to the 26-yard line. I like CGM's plan. I can get behind that. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. So Seattle with a chance now to take the lead, only down by 1. Devin Wade, the quarterback, in his 8th year out of Texas, in the shotgun. Wade, hands off to Gilbert, and not much. Gilbert a yard. Making the tackle, number 20, David Claxton, the safety in his 2nd year out of Syracuse. 2nd and 9 from the 26-yard line. Seattle's offense is kind of sputtering here today. 3 wide to the far side. Wade in the shotgun. 2nd and 9. Wade fakes the handoff, looking, Throws. Caught. Underneath by Colby Walker out to the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 will be 3rd and 5. Interesting stat. Seattle has not lost to an NFC team this season. Their only 2 losses were 2 AFC teams. The Chargers and the Raiders, their only 2 losses. On 3rd and 5, Wade, a draw play to Gilbert, and that goes nowhere. A loss of a yard back to the 30-yard line. On the tackle, Elijah Sanders, the former Cowboy, the 6th-year linebacker out of Air Force. Seattle is perfect against the NFC so far, 11-0. But they're having a hard time with the Lions here. It'll be 4th and 6. Dakota Cochran back to punt. Gets the punt away. From about the 23-yard line, bringing it back out to the 30, is Dylan Neal. And that's where Detroit will have it, 1st and 10. Taylor Lane Dickerson has thrown 2 picks, but Seattle can only get 2 field goals out of it. Lions will take over at their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. 6:31 left here in the 3rd quarter. Five wide for Detroit. Dickerson, empty backfield in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Dickerson back. Throws outside. Caught by Isaac Peak for a 2-yard gain. And now Jacob Green is injured for Seattle. He'll go to the sideline. They can ill afford to lose him. Their defensive end. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. That'll stop the clock with 6:27 left here in the 3rd. Low scoring game. Playoff picture is starting to take shape. We'll go over that again here in a second. On 2nd down, 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. Neal in motion. Dickerson back. Throws. Caught by Dylan Neal. He gets out to the 44-yard line, a gain of 12. In the NFC, Seattle is already in as a wild card at the very least. And the Giants are in as a wild card at the very least. Over in the AFC, the Jets have wrapped up the AFC East, and the Raiders have wrapped up the AFC West. 1st and 10, Dickerson, play action. Dickerson throws, caught by Phillip White, down to the Seahawk 35-yard line. 21 yards to Phillip White, the 2nd-year receiver out of Florida. Buffalo could have wrapped up a wild card, but they lost earlier to this week. First and 10, Detroit. Dickerson looks, throws underneath to Kevin Aarons, the tight end. A 6-yard gain down to the 29-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. I tell you what, the 2 central divisions are going to go down to the wire. The AFC and the NFC Central. Dickerson in the shotgun on 2nd and 4. Dickerson back. Looking, throws, incomplete. Threw at the feet of Isaac Peak. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4. .503 left here in the 3rd quarter. 4 wide for the Lions. 3rd and 4 from the Seahawk 29. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Throws underneath. That's caught by Aarons out to the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 6. 1st down, Detroit. Kevin Aarons, the tight end. Four wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. 1st and 10 for the Seahawk 23-yard line. Misty has said goodnight finally. Caught by Aarons out to the 21-yard line. A gain of 2 to be 2nd and 8. Misty has said goodnight at 10:13 Central if you're playing at home. 4:20 left to play here in the third quarter. Lions up 7-6. Lions come out. Dickerson in the shotgun from the Seahawk 21. Dickerson back. Dickerson is going to get sacked again. Back at the 34-yard line. A loss of 13 yards. On the sack, number 94, Jake Campbell, in his second year out of West Virginia. Sorry, mister. It's past your bedtime, she said. Jake Campbell came around the outside and got the sack for the Seahawks. And that puts Detroit out of field goal range at the moment. 3rd and 21. 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Lions come out. 5 wide, empty backfield for Dickerson. On 3rd and 21. Dickerson draws back, throws outside. It's to White, but he gets tackled immediately for a 2-yard loss. Darnell Hubert came up, made the sack, or the tackle, the rookie out of Hawaii. It'll be 4th and 23. This would be a 59-yard field goal. They're going to try it. Scott Taylor from 53, I'm sorry. Kick is up, and it's no good. He missed it. He missed it wide right. It remains a 7-6 ball game in favor of Detroit. It's been a weird game. Low-scoring, weird game. Let's see if the Seahawk offense can finally wake up. Devin Wade comes back out. The Lions are doing everything they can to keep Seattle in this game. 1st and 10 from the 43. Great field position for Seattle on their own 43-yard line. 3:17 left to play here in the third quarter. 3 receivers off to the far side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff, looks downfield, throws deep. He's got a man. Caught. Out to the 23-yard line. Making the catch, Marcus Clay. Tried to get the yardage on that. 27 one way and 7 the other. 34 yards to Marcus Clay. Down to the Lion 23-yard line. Seattle now in field goal range. Coming up on 3 minutes left in the third quarter. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Wade draws back. Wade throws deep. Oh, he overthrows his receiver. That was Rupert Jones, the tight end, open down the middle. Incomplete. That would have been 6. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line. Rupert Jones, the 10th-year tight end out of Oklahoma, was open. 2nd and 10 from the Lion 23 in the I formation. Wade, they pitch to Gilbert around the outside, and Gilbert out to the 18, a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. On the tackle, number 29, Ashley Morrison, the safety. 3rd and 5 for Seattle now at the 18-yard line. 4 wide for the Seahawks. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Oh, he got hit as he threw, but he still makes the reception. Blake Gibson catches the pass at the 11-yard line, a gain of 7. Wade hung in there and took a shot, but Blake Gibson still makes the catch. The 5th-year receiver out of Rutgers. 7 yards, 1st down Seahawks. 1st and 10 from the 11. Wade in the shotgun with the back on either side. McKenzie in motion. Wade going to take it himself. Beautiful fake. Down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 5. Make it a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. A quarterback keeper that fooled everybody. 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 6 from the 6. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking. Wade rolls out. Throws on the run. Incomplete. Tried to hit Jones in the end zone. The tight end incomplete. Kerry Starnes broke up the pass. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. It's a big third down here. Seattle will go for 2 if they get the touchdown. CGM has left the building. Oh, man. 5 wide, empty backfield. Wade in the shotgun. Gibson in motion. Wade back. Wade throws end zone. Jones, or actually Gilbert can't hold on. Incomplete. It was knocked away by Hopkins. It'll be 4th and 6. Tom Davidson will come on. This will be a 23-yard field goal attempt. It will give the Seahawks the lead. Yeah. Kick is up. And good. Seattle with the lead now, 9-7. All field goals, but it still counts. Seattle leads by 2. 1:39 left to play here in the third quarter. Live from Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. This has just been a weird game. It's got a weird vibe to it. Seattle not playing up to their potential here. This game a lot different than the last time they played. There's the kickoff by Cochran from the 6-yard line on the return. Number 85 for Detroit. On the return, that's Avery Grayson out to the 27-yard line. Taylor Lane Dickerson, some highlights. He threw a pick to Jake Hughes. And then he threw a pick to another linebacker. That was Aaron Harper. Those were his 2 picks today. We'll put those 2 pictures on the shirt if you order it now. Operators are standing by. 1st and 10, Detroit from the 27-yard line. Seattle up 9-7 here late in the third quarter. Lions come out in the eye. Dickerson under center. Dickerson hands off to Jamison around the outside, and Jamison goes down. Harper comes in and makes the tackle, a loss of 2 yards. Nice play by Aaron Harper. It'll bring up 2nd and 12. Is momentum shifting in this game? Evil Dead hopes so. 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. 2nd and 12. Dickerson back. Throws and incomplete. They tried to get it out to Dickerson. And Gary Morgan, the safety, makes the play, knocks the ball away. It'll be 3rd and 12 for the Lions at the 25-yard line. 1:07 left to play here in the third quarter. 5 wide for Detroit. Dickerson in the shotgun. 3rd and 12. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws, dumps it off, and shy of the first down. They got it off to Dylan Neal, but there's a penalty. I would decline this. If I'm Seattle, I'm declining this. Make it 4th down. And they will. They decline the penalty. It'll be 4th and 2. And the Lions will punt. Dave Justice back to punt. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Justice back to punt. Gets the punt away. Fair caught at the 15-yard line by Blake Gibson. 1st down Seahawks. 43 seconds left here in the third quarter. They lead at 9-7. Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington, Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. If Seattle wins, they are NFC West champions. They would have a 3.5 game lead on the 49ers. I'm sorry, they'd have a 2.5 game lead on the 49ers with 2 games to go. Wade in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Wade back. Wade throws, caught by Gibson coming across. And Gibson out to the 22, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. We're down to 30 seconds left. I think Seattle starts pulling away now. They got off to a slow start. Everybody in tight on this one. 2nd and 3 from the 22-yard line. Wade back. Wade throws quickly. Caught to Rupert Jones. A gain of 9 out to the 31-yard line. For the tight end. 1st down Seahawks. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Seahawks lead at 9-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Back here at Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. We go to the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 Seahawks from their own 31. Wade under center. Hands off to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert, a nice run. Out to the 39, a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. The 8th year back out of Texas, Terry Gilbert. Seahawks lead at 9-7. We're in the fourth quarter. 7:42 and counting. It's been that kind of game. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade under center. Wade fakes the handoff, throws back across. Gilbert makes the catch at the 42-yard line. A gain of 3, and that'll be a Seattle first down. And now the Seahawks can eat up more time. If Detroit loses, the Vikings are in first place by themselves in the NFC Central. They'd be 8-6. The Lions and the Buccaneers would both be 7-7. On 1st and 10, Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert picks up a yard out to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock is moving. 7:05 and counting. Three to the near side for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. From their own 43, Wade looking, throws. Caught coming across. Rupert Jones out to the 48. A gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 3. .640 and counting. Now Seattle with 5 wide, empty backfield, 4 to one side. Wade in the shotgun, 3rd and 3. In motion is Gibson. Wade looking, throws, caught down the middle. Making the catch, number 86, Marcus Clay, down to the 44-yard line. An 8-yard gain, first down Seahawks. Coming up on 6 minutes left to play. Seattle up 9-7, trying to make it a 2-score game if they can get a touchdown. Wade back on first down, looking, throws underneath. Caught by Gibson down to the 37. A gain of 7. The Seahawks are nickeling and diming the Detroit defense on these little short passes, but it's working and is eating up a lot of time. 5:40 and counting. 2nd and 3 from the Lion 37. Everybody in tight this time. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert to the 35. A gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 1. 5:25 and counting. Seattle not quite in field goal range. It'd be a 52-yarder from here. 3rd and 1. Everybody in tight. Single back. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. Picks up the first down. A 4-yard gain down to the 31-yard line. And the Seahawks can eat up more time. First down, Seattle. First and 10 from the Lion 31-yard line. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking. Wade steps up. And Wade gets taken down at the 35. A loss of 4. Parsons on the tackle. John Parsons, the 12th year defensive tackle out of Auburn. It'll be 2nd and 14 back at the 35-yard line. 4:36 and counting. It'll be 2nd and 14 from the Lion 35-yard line. Seattle needs to get closer for a field goal. 3 wide to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff. It's a blitz, and they get him. An all-out blitz back at the 44-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards. John Parsons again on the tackle. Well executed blitz by Detroit. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long situation. It's going to be 3rd and 24 for Seattle. They got to get down to the 20-yard line for a first down. They have it at the Lion 44-yard line. Coming up on 4 minutes left. Here we go. 3 to the far side. Wade in the shotgun. 3rd and 24. Wade back. Another blitz. He got hit as he threw. He dumps it off, though, to Gilbert. And Gilbert picks up just 2 out to the 42-yard line. Boy, the Lions are blitz crazy. But it's working. Bryce Anderson came up and made the tackle. It'll be 4th and 21. Seattle's going to have to punt with 4:25 and counting. Dakota Cochran will get the punt, or back to punt, and gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline. It's out of bounds at the 12. A 30-yard punt. And that's where Detroit will have it, 1st and 10. Taylor Lane Dickerson will come back out. What those stats don't show you is the 2 picks. Well, Detroit, all they need is a field goal. Down 9-7. 3:16 left. Can the Seattle defense get a stop? Can Detroit come from behind? 1st and 10 from the 12. 5 receivers set wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws. Caught. Oh, it's dropped. Isaac Peak simply dropped it. It'll be 2nd and 10. That'll stop the clock with 3:12 left. Seattle leads at 9-7. Just been an odd game. 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws. Caught by Peak this time. Out to the 25. A gain of 13. First down Lions. Clock is down to 3 minutes. Detroit still needs about 40 to 45 yards for a field goal try. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Dickerson in the shotgun. 4 wide. Dickerson draws back. Throws, dumps it off to Kevin Aarons. And Aarons out to the 31, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. The big tight end. 2.5 minutes left. Lions at their own 31, down by 2. Dickerson in the shotgun on 2nd and 4. Dickerson hands off to Jamison. And Carter Jamison picks up the first down on the ground. A gain of 5 out to the 36-yard line. First down Detroit. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes left to play in regulation. Live from Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Seahawks lead at 9-7. 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Dickerson draws back. Dickerson dropping back even further. In trouble now, and he has to throw it away. Incomplete. Nearly took a sack. It'll be 2nd and 10. And that'll stop the clock with 1:53 left. Seattle holding on to a slim 2-point margin here. 5 wide, empty backfield. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws it deep downfield. Incomplete. He was looking for Phillip White. Leonard Smith, the safety, knocks it down in his 11th year out of Utah State. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Lions at their own 36. It's a big 3rd down. They'll probably go on 4th. 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. 3rd and 10. Dickerson back. Dickerson steps up. Dickerson takes off and gets the first down all the way out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. Clock is running. 1:33 and counting. Lions are getting closer to field goal range. They need about 15 to 20 yards. 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. 1:20 left. Dickerson looking. Dickerson throws near side. It's nearly picked off. Oh my goodness. Leonard Smith. That would have been a pick six. That'll stop the clock with 1:16 left. 2nd and 10 from midfield for Detroit. Down 9-7. 4 wide, single back. Dickerson in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Dickerson looking. He's got time this time. And now it breaks down. He's going to cut and run. And he slides at the 41-yard line, a gain of 9. And the Lions take a timeout with 1:08 left. It'd be a 58-yard field goal from here. Seahawks up 9-7. Seattle tried to hold on and wrap up the NFC West. Seattle has not lost to an NFC team this season so far. 3rd and 1. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Throws quickly. Gets it out to Aarons. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line. An 8-yard gain. And now it's a 50-yard field goal from here. 1:03 left. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Lions come out now 4 wide. Dickerson under center. Dickerson hands off to Jamison around the outside. Jamison all the way down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 12. Lions take a timeout. 1st and 10 from the Seahawk 21. Now it's a 38-yard field goal. Oh, the Lions. It looks like the Lions are going to steal one from Seattle here. And the Lions will stay tied with Minnesota atop the NFC Central if they can pull this off. In the I formation, 1st and 10. They hand off to Jamison. And Jamison a few more yards, 3 yards to the 18. Seattle takes a timeout now. Now it's a 35-yard field goal. It'll be 2nd and 7. 54 seconds left. Four wide for the Seahawks. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson to Jamison. And Jamison's going to lose. Well, actually, no gain. Leonard Smith came up, made the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 7. Seattle takes their final timeout. The Seahawks desperately need a turnover. In the I formation, 3rd and 7 from the 18. Dickerson to Jamison up the middle, and Jamison picks up a yard. The linebacker, Wes Cochran, on the tackle, the rookie out of Cincinnati. It'll be 4th down. The Lions are going to let the clock run down as far as they can go here and then kick the field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt by Scott Taylor, the fifth-year kicker out of LSU. From 34 yards to give the Lions the lead. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. He nailed it. And the Lions take a 10-9 lead with 5 seconds remaining. Seattle's going to have to wait another week to wrap up the division. The Lions are going to be 8-6. They'll stay tied with the Vikings in the NFC Central. Seattle will drop to 11-3. They still lead the NFC West. But that opens the door for San Francisco now. Now, if the 49ers were to lose to the Cardinals tomorrow, then Seattle would still win the division. There's the kick. Touchback in the end zone by Gibson. And now with 5 seconds left, it's Hail Mary time. And this will be Seattle's first loss to an NFC team this season. This is a good win for the Lions here. 4 wide. Last play of the game in all likelihood. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Throws deep downfield into a crowd. And time runs out. Your final score, Detroit 10, Seattle 9. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern. Until then, good night, everybody.